Okay, y'all, welcome to my revenge tour. So the first character we're going to go into today, we're going to call her Cindy Walsh, aka my wicked stepmother, who has no blood relation to me. All right, so, and this was, a person that got added at the very last minute. Like, I thought this person was down to ride with me, Like, I had this person in all my future plans until, 2 weeks ago. I mean, that's how crazy this shit is. This person wasn't even on my shit list before. So anyway, my wicked stepmother. So, I'd known her for 9 years. And I had been working for her as a dog walker and a dog sitter. And last year, around April, one of her 4 dogs got very, very sick. And so I was no longer walking her dogs at this point. I would stay over when they went away, but I wasn't walking the dogs at this point. And so she asked me if I would basically give up my other clients and come, help her full time with her dog because he had cancer and we were going to be driving far for chemo and stuff like that. And so I said, sure, it's going to cost you X dollars more, which was literally the exact amount I was making with my clients every day. I wasn't upcharging her, which I could have, because this was all medical stuff I was having to do. But whatever. So, I told her I would need to give my other clients 2 weeks notice and everything was good and golden. I give my other clients 2 weeks notice, right? And then, I want to say maybe 2 days after the 2 week notice was already up. So I've abandoned all my other clients at this point and, they've gotten new walkers, which is why I gave them 2 weeks because I wanted them to find someone. Her dog dies. And then she conveniently forgets that she had me, whoops, I dropped the leash. What a crappy dog walker I am. Hi, Lola. Then she conveniently forgets that I dropped all my other clients for her and she agreed to pay me X amount and whatnot. So here I am now stuck. She has 3 other dogs. But, I don't have any more clients at this point. So she knows she's got the upper hand, right? So, we finally come to an agreement on a price and I start walking her dogs. I'm walking them twice a day, 7 days a week. So I'm making close to $1,000 a week with her, which is more than enough to pay off my car payment and my bills and things like that. So let's see. We had been super close, super close. That's why it's my wicked stepmother. And we would go shopping together. We'd go have dinner. I would take her to medical appointments and, all that kind of shit. All this extra stuff, right? Because I cared about her. I loved her with all my heart. So over the past year, she's been playing games with me and my money. So overnight, right around the holidays, she cuts my salary by 75%. Over fucking night. Didn't even have the courtesy as a friend to give me some notice so I could get my money straight, right? Give me a little 2 weeks notice of, hey, we're going to have to cut you back a little, money's tight and blah, 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 no weekends, whatever. But no, she didn't do that. She just cut it overnight. So the holidays were really hard. I'm broke. I live, walk to walk. I'm being real here. So she does that. This is around the holidays. And then it makes the holidays obviously very difficult. And then I want to say in March, I think, my car gets repoed. Why does it get repoed? Well, I can't afford the car payment anymore, which is an $800 payment, which I was easily able to afford back then, right? $1,000 a week plus, I got some other clients too. So she has the nerve to look at me and say, how could you let your car get repossessed? And I really wanted to say to her, bitch, are you fucking serious right now? I hope you know that, you're the problem. And I was giving her the benefit of the doubt at this point. I didn't realize that she was doing all this shit intentionally. Long story short, I finally get fed up enough with being treated like shit because she's been playing games with me for a fucking year. And you know what? I'm just a kind fucking person. So I didn't even realize that. I was, just giving her the benefit of the doubt that she was grieving. She's got health issues, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so they went away on their last trip, which was, over half a month. And when they came back, I had decided I had had enough of being treated like shit. And so I sent a very nice text message, you know, thanking her profusely for everything that she's done for me, because she had done a lot. I'm not gonna lie, she had done a lot. I liked her for a reason, you know? I thought she was a great person. And so I send her a text message. I'm like, hey, would it be okay? This was a Thursday night they came home. So this is like, you know, Thursday night, I think I sent the text. So I'm like, hey, would it be okay for me to come over tomorrow, like when I'm walking the dogs, and sit down and talk with you? You know? And her response was, let's try to do it later in the week. I'm sick. So I was like, okay. So then Friday morning, so then what I did was I realized that I hadn't given her my notice yet, right? Then I send another text message, you know, so that she has noticed that I'm leaving. And I was like, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, blah, blah, blah. I was trying to end it on a really good note and everything. And I was like, but, you know, a week from Friday will be my last walk. So flashback to, you know, she got home on Thursday. Friday morning, I get a text from her saying, we're sick, no need to come and walk the dogs. Well, that's kind of shady. They've never not had me walk the dogs before, even when they've been sick. Okay, no problem. Monday comes along, I get a message from her saying, no need to walk the dogs, we have COVID. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I hit up this other dog walker who was also doing, you know, some work for her and whatnot. And I'm like, hey, did you by chance walk my wicked stepmother's dogs on Friday and Monday? And she's like, yeah. Well, boy, I got fucking pissed. So I called her up and I'm like, hey, why do you have whoop-de-whoop walking the dogs, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. Let's just leave, you know, on good terms, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like after 9 years, I think I deserve an explanation. Like, what the fuck is going on? What have I done that's so horrendous to deserve the way you're treating me? And so, you know, she gives me the whole, I'm sick, or she goes, wait, hold on. You know, the whole, like, you know, no, let's just leave this on. We don't need to talk about this, you know, and I'm sick. And so I just kind of snapped and I was like, good, I hope you fucking die, bitch. And then I hung up on her. And then I texted her because, of course, you know, I have a big fucking mouth and I don't know when to shut the fuck up. I text her and I'm just like, oh, by the way, I see why your kids hate you. So, yeah, that is Cindy Walsh, and that is my story about why you're hearing references about Cindy Walsh in my music. So y'all make up your mind and let me know if, you know, the things she did were okay or not. I mean, like, she started, you know, the other thing is she started, like, timing my walks. I don't have any clients that time my walks. She wanted a 30-minute walk. Okay, well, that includes coming in to get the dogs, leash them all up, and, you know, dropping them off, right? Like, that's part of the time. And so, you know, I would walk them for like 27 and a half minutes or something, and she would flip the fuck out on me. I'm like, what has gotten into you? Like, nobody sweats me like this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just, honestly, I'm really hurt by it. It was something I didn't expect. It came out of nowhere. And so, yeah, fuck you, stepmom. You're a fucking cunt-ass bitch. Oh yeah, and I killed you. And sorry to anyone who might be offended by this, who had nothing to do with this situation, but, you know, I had to let my truth out.